Hey, my name is Rob. I am the Dungeon Master and creator of Godsfall, and I am here today with our crew from Escape the Union. My pronouns are he, him, and I am very excited for a fun game today, so let's introduce the cast. Starting directly below me on the left is Magnuson.
Well, this is weird. I'm first. I'm never
right.
first.
We don't have Orla to screw with this week.
Turn on recording.
What? Oh yes, thank you. I hit recording, and we're recording. All right, so welcome everyone, and we're going to jump down to Mags for our first introduction.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris. My pronouns are he, him, and today I will be playing Magnuson, who is also a dude. He, him pronouns. The Demigod of Redemption. He's a dwarf.
He's very tired.
He's a very, very tired.
Everyone's a little bit tired this week. That's completely understandable. You guys have had a long rest in 4 fights, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Right.
Something ridiculous like this.
All right, and then over to Yara.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I play Yara, the Demigod of Stewardship. Her pronouns are she, her, they, them, and my pronouns are he, him.
Awesome.
With all the pronouns in 2 characters.
Yeah, everyone. And then down to Diamond.
Hi, my name's James. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Diamond in the Rough, the Demigod of Trash. And her pronouns are she, her, or they, them.
Awesome. And last but not least, Ashrin.
Hi, my name is Mary. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them, and I play Ashen Amaris, the Demigod of Strands, whose pronouns are she, her.
Fantastic. And who's doing our recap this week?
It's me.
All right, Diamond, let's have it.
So, last time on Escape the Union, we started off with Amity and Ashburn having Dimension Door down into the middle of this tree full of all these gods next to Sigma, the god of life, who was getting ready to do some bad stuff. And they went down there. Amity had tried to get the ring from Sigma one time by trying to bite it off. Didn't quite manage it.
Almost a golemed him.
Almost, didn't quite get it. But first, as we ended up going immediately into combat, first round of combat, managed to get her hands, actually get her hands on it, yank the ring off, immediately jam it on herself, and find out that it's hey, it's a pretty powerful magic item. It does a bunch of fun stuff. And also kind of clued her in on, a lot of the gods here. And she centered in on the god of luck in this reality, which is Rena.
Right.
And immediately was just I got something to do, and started heading for Rena immediately. Meanwhile, while this was happening, up above, I, as Diamond, was just all right, well, I gotta get down there, just put the ship in free fall, just woof my way down into the middle of this tree. Then, while that was going on, Ashrin, was turned invisible to go hide, and to follow after Amity, as she did so, ended up using, I believe it was Steelbeard's maple leaf.
Must have been, right? Yeah.
Used Steelbeard's leaf to call out to all the treants nearby to come to her to help with that. And the big thing, the really big thing that happened, immediately right off the bat, was Sigma was just damn halflings go around biting my finger, causing me to have problems, thwart my plans. So he went and he pointed a finger at Amity and was just die, please. And she did.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
So Amity just straight up died, just completely clonked over.
Yep.
As one does when somebody casts Power Word Kill on you.
Yeah, it is that. That is the thing about Power Word Kills. If you have less than 100 hit points, you just die.
Yep, that's the second time in any D&D game I've watched somebody just die from that. But yeah, she fell over, and Yara ended up turning into a songbird going over to Amity's body. From there, things got really wacky. Amity had a weird afterlife thing going on. There was she was on a stage in the theater from back at her home, but there was a set of scales, and she was weighing stuff on there, and it was wild. She put down a casino chip, some dice, and the stone pig she had, and was trying to figure out what's going on there. ended up like doing a roll and like almost came back to life through a lucky roll there, but just barely missed it. And remained dead for that time being, but is still interacting with something there. It's very strange.
Right. Yes. Is dead, but somewhere. Yes.
Yeah, he's dead, but somewhere.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back outside of the afterlife, nowhere when, Diamond, had halted the ship's free fall, was trying to like look at the situation, figure out what to do, and it's just like, I don't have a good solution for this one, so I will use the only solution I have for this one, which was gun. So she jammed her divinity into the ship, into the big divinity laser that's on top of it, and shot Sigma. This turned out to be a very good thing because it broke his concentration and meant he could no longer power word die all of us.
That is helpful. That is super helpful.
That was extreme. That was the best choice I've ever made.
Yep.
So that was great.
Yeah, we'd be so fucked if you had.
We'd all be dead.
It'd be bad. It'd be super bad. Yeah.
So bad.
He definitely did the right thing.
He would just systematically kill all of us. I don't think any of us have above 100 HP. So he could
just go down the line. He just needs 5 rounds. He could just take you all out.
5 rounds of combat, we're all dead. And it's like, thanks for coming to escape the Union, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, thankfully, stop that potential reality.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Magnuson, having thrown himself out of the ship, comes down, in his suit. He lands, but happens to notice, all the gods and demigods that are, stuck up in this tree. And as he's, trying to get a hand on things, Ashwin brings him into the bridge that she had going on there with the plants. And Magnuson, getting idea, tries to cast something to bring forth some power, but Sigma manages to resist against it and sends, some backlash through the bridge.
Right.
Yeah. So
right. Yeah.
So Sigma then went, being fuck this one in particular, went to go and try to eat Amity's brain. But Yara managed to buy a little bit of time by making an annoyance at him, and then Ashrin dimension doored, taking Amity's body with her to the top of the tree. No longer able to get at Amity's brain, Sigma's just you know what, fuck all y'all, actually, and pulls down just a searing column of plasma from the sun, because he ate Para's brain previously and had become the new god of the sun as a result.
And so there's a lot of residual power. Also, hadn't one of you woken up the gods before he did that? Or am I remembering that?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Magnuson woke up.
Magnuson's connection had woken them up, so they were all in the process of it, they were coming coming up out of it, some of them starting to do stuff it was kind of
that's why Sigma brought the hammer down. Sigma saw all the gods coming back and was just no.
It's okay, no, I'm not dealing with this, which hey, fair, that's a good call,
right.
But as this this burst of energy was coming down on the tree, we all basically started trying to take actions to get out of the way. Ashrin dimension doored away from the tree. Yara tried to go be oh, I'm gonna be at ground zeros, and get in close with Sigma there and push him out of the way, so maybe he gets hit by his own column and I'll be in the safe spot that would be in the eye there.
Oh, just so we're clear, Sigma's definitely going to be hit by his own column. He's bringing it down.
Well, I mean, it's the big column of iron now, so it's we don't actually have to worry about that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Thankfully,
it would have consumed him as well, but you turned it into iron, and it became a plug inside the tree. But it's too heavy, and now the whole thing is coming down. Right, if I remember that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So Diamond drove the ship out, and Magnuson, who was still connected to all the gods, basically reached out, called out to them, and so a bunch of gods and demigods, seeing this column of plasma coming down, all combining their powers together to basically flash freeze it and cool it into the big plug of iron. But a bunch of them were killed in the result of doing that. Totally. And right at the very end, as this thing is still hanging over everyone, Mags had run up to Sigma and grabbed him by the throat and managed to successfully get one of his divine powers to go off as he told Sigma to repent.
Right.
And we left off as Sigma was doing that as Magnuson's divinity was coursing through him, causing him to bring back to life the people he had just killed.
Yep, absolutely. So let's start right there. So Mags, you're looking Sigma right in the eyes, and Sigma seems for a moment to truly be with you. There seems to be humanity behind that squid face as it's flailing around in front of you. And he does reach out and pull these gods back. You can feel the energy swelling up all around you. And then there's cold. Everything just freezes, and there's a chill over everything as this wind picks up and a blade of ice fires out of the fog and cuts straight through Sigma, bursts through his chest, tinks against your armor as it ends, and for a second there, his eyes fade until they come roaring back, and the ice begins to melt, and you just hear the bones in Sigma's neck crack as his head spins all the way around to look backwards, and you just hear, "You have failed to stop Sigma," as it all begins to steam all around him. So, I think we should roll initiative.
Again, awesome. Okay.
Might as well. I think when you start a new game, even if you're in the middle of combat, you should still roll initiative. You know what I mean?
I think also the status quo of what's happening here just changed dramatically, so it makes sense.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna roll for Sigma. Let's see if Sigma's paying attention. And not really. Okay. So
we
that's
have,
a good thing. I'll take it.
Well,
we
he's
have
a little
Mary,
occupied.
who's not in the area.
Right. Sigma's got a total of 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have Asher, not Mary. We have Diamond. Sigma will be going last.
Right. I had a
And
feeling.
We have Yara,
which is good.
And then
Did you
we
want to put
have
any of
Maddie.
the other gods or demigods in?
I'm going to have them act more as set pieces. So different things will happen as they're waking up, but I really want this to be you guys. You know what I mean? I don't want to steal the thunder away. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they can
Sigma's
still
still the
thunder.
main
That's fine.
problem.
I don't
I
mind.
mean, like if you guys directly reach out to one and say, "Hey, this is a good idea," then totally. But unless you guys really enact it, I'm going to let it kind of play out to how you want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just say that Ashton's technically outside of the area that we were all in.
So-
Right, but still close enough to take action, though, right?
She can
Tyler,
dimension
were you
door
trapped?
back
I
at
thought
any
she
time.
did.
is the thing.
I thought she. Yeah.
Because she's at the top of the tree, right? Or where are you right now?
She went to the top and then she dimension doored again away from there so it's not
Because
hit
the
by
I went to
plasma
the-
is gonna hit them.
The top of the tree and then to the bottom of the
Gotcha.
tree. Away.
Keep her in initiative because she'll be acting at the same time. So let's
I
just.
have things I want to do.
I had a
Plus,
feeling you might.
Yeah, she can dimension door back at any time too. So like it's
Right.
easier to.
Well,
just
you
keep on the initiative
are
order.
first, so go ahead and do them.
I am. Wow.
Thank you for trying that, Tyler. That way I didn't have to.
I didn't realize I was first. Okay.
The pressure.
No. So the thing I want to do, and here's let me pitch it to you, Oram.
Hit me.
So if
I
in
always
the
like when
last-
I always like when these things start that way. Let me pitch this to you. I know there's going to be a bit of a thing coming my way.
Imagine this.
Come on, let's hear it.
We
So-
win D&D. The end.
yeah. In the last 30 minutes, twice, Ashrin and Mags have glitched with the plants.
Yes.
Ashrin still has Steelbeard's leaf.
Yes, you do.
The plants are touching Ashrin. The
Yes.
plants are also touching Mags,
Yes.
even though we're like 500 feet away from each other.
Yes.
I would like to bridge with Mags.
through the plants.
Mhm.
Okay. I would like you to roll your divinity.
Life. Well, I mean, it's on Emily finger, but it's right there too. So you can
Oh
technically try
no!
No, I roll with advantage.
Yeah, you roll with
good.
advantage
Yeah.
on
Oh,
divinity
that's
stuff.
really good. Okay.
21.
Yeah. So you stop. There's this rumble. There's this explosion. You see how the whole tree's going to come down. All this chaos is erupting, and you just push it aside. You focus. You let your strands kind of reach out and deep into the ground. and wrap around a root and dig into that network of fungus that connects trees all across this world. And you have to push. It's like drilling into it almost. But as soon as you're in, you just get hold and you feel outside of yourself. You know that feeling like when you feel like you're falling in bed? It feels like that, like this endless tumbling forward, even though you're not even moving. And then there's just a voice, a rumbling voice that seems to come from all around you. And you simply know that it's the god of plants. Who are you?
A friend.
Not from this world.
No. From another like it.
Do you know me in this world?
I've connected with you before.
What are my dreams like there?
Do I know what his dreams are like there?
Not really. And also, like, your golden barrel doesn't speak. So, there's some changes there because your golden barrel talks in pictures and imagery, and this golden barrel is speaking directly to you.
I don't know your dreams.
Here, they have been confusing. Are you here to quiet them?
I hope so.
And there's like a warmth and then a comfort that just seems to fill you. And as your eyes flutter open from this state, you see that you are wrapped in vines, head to tail. They've just come out of the earth and just consumed you. And should be fear in this state, but there's not. It's almost like a weighted blanket, right? It just feels comforting for some reason, like a cocoon. And
they probably also came out of the ring that Amity's wearing.
100%.
Because Ashrin is holding Amity currently.
Yep. As soon as the vines touch that ring, there's a flash, and you have direct access to anyone you want to speak to on the planet that's in contact with vegetation.
Currently everyone.
Mags, what's going on?
Except me.
Exactly.
Touch nature? Ugh.
So that'll happen like within a second. Since this is a round thing, you guys have one thing to ask, one thing to answer.
What's going on? Do you need me to come to you?
And that's for Mags, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get back to you on that one?
That's
That's
not
Max.
That's the information you've got. What do you want to do? I would say you've taken an action, you've said something, and now you can do a movement action or a bonus action.
I don't really have any more bonus actions. I was going to try to move towards the tree, but that would be with Dimension Door. And the thing I wanted to try is, because this whole world is a plant.
Right.
And because I'm also trying to be the demigod of bridging.
Right.
I wanted to try to see if I could Dimension Door and not break the bridge.
Okay, interesting. As you think that, this cocoon that you've been wrapped in begins to grow warmer, and you feel kind of pulled into yourself as the vines close over your face and mouth, and then they just open up, like they kind of unpeel like you're a banana, right? And you're where you wanted to be. The rest of you saw these vines burst out of the ground, split open like a flower, and simply birth her with Mags in her hands.
Amity.
Amity, sorry. Yeah, with Amity's little limp body, kind of little head. It looks like she's sleeping. She's just tired. She just needs a nap. And she just appears, erupting out of a flower. Not the weirdest thing you guys have seen since you've been here, so it might not actually draw your attention, but there she is. Who's up?
What do you need me to do?
Well, that's asking me this question.
Mm-hmm. And that's probably the end of Ashton's turn.
Yeah,
if
I think
Max is
so.
if Max is hesitating.
I don't know if Max really knows what he needs right now because he's just pain.
Who's up?
Diamond, your turn.
Let's see here. I am in a ship, a good, a good clip away from this tree, but I can be back just as quickly because the ship's pretty fast.
Super fast. Yep.
Yeah, so like Diamond had like pulled free over to the side, not and like looked up because it's just like, oh god, I cannot stop that.
Right.
And then like it just turns into a big plug of iron. She probably doesn't even know what Mags did to Sigma as well because she's like out here, but she's just like big plug of iron. It doesn't look like everyone in the tree. The tree didn't explode in a bunch of plasma and fire and death.
Not yet.
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna pilot the ship back and probably just like zoop back in through the hole in the wall that she'd made.
Nice.
And then comes upon like chaos.
Go ahead and give me what would a piloting roll be for fly? I guess you could roll divinity because you're directly linked into the ship. So go ahead and roll your divinity.
Diamond
Yes.
has used divinity to fire the gun, so
That makes sense. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So okay. I will just go ahead and roll her. That's 17.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to. I mean, there's pieces falling. There's the hole that you went through is now larger as the entire trunk is splitting open. It's got 2 rounds before it all comes tumbling down.
Okay.
So who's in the tree right now?
everybody but Diamond.
Everyone but Diamond, right. Okay. And now Diamond is in the tree as well. All right. So, Diamond, you fly in. You see Sigma with like this spike of ice through him, like starting from the back. You just see the front of it melt off as like lava seems to glow from underneath his skin as he turns to face this god of air that just impaled him.
Diamond's gonna do the smart thing here. The thing that she usually advocates in a lot of these situations. She's gonna like bring the ship down low so that it's like like hovering over the base floor of the inside of the tree here.
Yeah.
And
Evac.
like she just
Lower the ramp.
Yeah, like basically lowers the ramp. And I don't remember. Yeah, the ship has a speaker system because the Seekers use it to talk to us. She just flips that on. And she's just like, "All right, we are going now. Get on the ship. Don't tell me yes or no or no. We need to do this first. Get on the ship.
If you want to live.
This blasting speaker, come with me immediately, all on board the ship, as your booming
This is your
voice.
mother. You are going to get in this car right now."
All right, perfect. So, who's next? Unless there's another action you want to take.
I'm going to hold my action because, like,
Right.
basically that was just my move action to move stuff around. So
Right.
if I have anything left, my hold action is once all my children are back on the back in the van, I am soccer momming us the hell out of here.
Once all your little raccoon babies are back and attached. it's
Yeah, once
time
you
to
get
go.
it attached, we're getting the fuck out.
All right, excellent. Then you are holding your action. Who is after you?
It would be me,
Excellent.
and I wanna try and do something. While,
All right, that's good. That's good to join your turn.
Yeah, doing something. I would like to just take a moment to bridge with everyone and impart my thoughts through them. Impart my thoughts, kind of like, oh shoot, how would I? Not like telepathy, but just like, I cannot think of words right now. I apologize. I just
That's
want to
okay.
like send a message through the plants to everybody that can hear, and then I
Sure.
want to leave.
Roll me divinity.
Okay.
So close to
17.
Yeah, so at this point, you're all kind of like connected, and you're realizing this now, like you've been linked together somehow through this network, and you
You're
can each
welcome.
see like a little vines wrapped around your leg or something. There's some like even as you're moving, you're always being like graced by a leaf or a blade of grass. There's always this constant connection as the plants are like reaching out. And you want to tell everyone, get the fuck out? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. I want to talk to all the other demigods and gods of this
Gotcha.
world.
Most of them are still waking up. Some of them are actively being crushed as this is happening. So you're getting a lot of screaming and yelling. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of how dare you and that kind of thing. But there's not a lot of like.
To be clear, I only brought our party into the bridge.
Oh, got you. Okay, so for you
not
to reach
the
out,
entire tree.
yeah, for you to reach out beyond that would be difficult. You're really just hearing a lot of chaos and noise. You're getting kind of like an overall
hear
view.
me?
Maybe it's like a police scanner.
Right.
I would say it like that. So you'd have to shout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was kind
Yeah.
of imagining her just like kind of shouting into a void sort of thing. So she grips her staff tight and she says, every god from every world has destroyed itself. Let you make the correct decision now.
Okay.
You have a chance to start over. Do the right thing. And then she's going to break that.
First,
she's gonna
roll
leave.
me a persuasion.
You know what? I don't want to just like, I have something called Fey Presence.
Okay.
where I can do like for a minute I can just do like either intimidation or persuasion. Could I like add that into here as well?
Does it take a minute to do
No,
it? Oh, it
I
just
can
works
do
for
it.
a minute? Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
you can. Totally.
Okay.
Fade the hell out. Let's go.
Fey out. Water tribe. Persuade. So that's a 24.
It was almost 218s, which would have been hilarious. All right, perfect. So your voice resonates. Like you find a loudness inside you that comes out. Maybe it's your connection with the plants. Maybe it's just who you are. Maybe you're just really pissed. But that cuts through for a second. The chatter stops for a moment and then starts building back up. But things start to move. And the first thing you notice is that there is a dwarf with both of his hands out, ripping through this wood. His arms are blades made of solid stone. And as he cuts through this last thing to free himself, he looks up at the giant chunk of iron, narrows his eyes, raises his hands, and the whole thing begins to vibrate as it moves faster.
Yeah, and now I'm just going to use my move action to get on the ship.
Good deal. I tried. Fuck y'all. See you
Yeah.
later.
That's pretty much it.
All right, you are on the ship. Who's after you?
Sigma.
Oh, okay. So Sigma, he's probably going to pay attention to the person who just stabbed him. That seems most likely.
He's neutralizing threats.
Oh, God.
100%. Yeah, no, yeah. It's a 1, but that's actually good for you guys in the little in the little skill I just did in my head. So Sigma turns and just focuses on this cloud of ice and darkness and cold that has just assaulted him, and his eyes start to swirl with that pink and purple of the astral realm, and then he smiles. I see you. And just reaches out, and you see this form solidify inside the ice. It just locks, and you see its arms go out, and it screams as Sigma closes his hand, and the ice along its body just begins to crack and crumble. Who's next?
Magnuson.
So, if I look up, I just see this giant plunger of iron.
Yep, heading straight
If
towards
I look-
Sigma.
If I look next to me, I see a Sigma racked with a giant spike of ice through it. And some of the
Well, he had a spike of ice through him. He melted it. So he melted it. There was a hole there, and then you could just see what looked like lava drip down and seal that hole back up.
How far away is he from me?
I'd say about 50 feet, because he's in the center of the room.
Okay, so it's kind of...
Don't be dumb, Max.
How far away is Diamond? Shit.
Diamond is about 50 feet away, so I'd say the ship and Sigma are equal distances from you right now.
Don't be dumb.
Wait, also, can you move?
I can,
Slowly.
but I am
Right.
very slow.
Right, gotcha.
So my next question in order to cast the spell I just cast, I had to more or less bridge with yes.
Right.
Is that still maintained, or was that severed upon the casting of the spell?
Do you have, so a lot of the energy that's been passed through has been severed. Also, it feels like you have the plant ring on, right?
No,
Amity
has
Right.
the plant.
Amity has
right.
it.
Amity has it. So in that case, yes, it has been severed for you.
Okay.
You're just mags right now, which is still pretty great.
Well, Ashrin's bridged with him.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
and bridged with Ashwin.
Oh, yes, and that is true as well. Absolutely, you are. It's so fucking,
I'm gonna
so confusing
spend-
sometimes with all the little spokes.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. There's a lot going on.
I got it.
I know. Thank
All
you. I
of my
appreciate it.
strands are,
Yeah.
are not tangled. I'm really good at that.
That's fair. It
So
is
I'm
your
gonna
thing. Yeah. Sorry, what was that,
Tangling
Mags?
is not allowed.
I'm going to spend pretty much all of my movement to try to force myself up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, just
Because-
roll me a strength roll, because you're just fighting against a dead Iron Man suit, but I think you'll be okay.
Is this a saving throw or ability check?
I'd say it's an ability check. Oh, but you could also
Excellent.
roll athletics. I would take that as that as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let me roll that quick. Awesome. So 14.
14's enough. Yeah, you get the thing moving. You are like, it is taking all of your effort, but you can get the thing moving. So a double move would equal your normal move. You're at half speed right now.
Well, because I have to spend half my movement just to stand up.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I would say that. Oh no,
So-
the suit's powered down. So yeah, you were able to stand
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
That's. I mean, and I would
Yeah.
assume it would take all of my movement just to stand up.
It would-
Honestly,
and all of
I've got a
your-
giant metal suit.
Yeah, and all of your strength too. And you can't eject. It's
Yeah.
just it's locked right now. You're just stuck inside it. Yeah. It's like when it's like when a mechanized gear is unpowered, you can
says we're
still move it.
Skipping.
Yeah,
We're
we're dropping
skipping.
frames really.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird. Okay.
On mine end too.
Yeah,
I wonder
I just
wh-
noticed it too.
Oh shit! I wonder why that is. Okay, let's go to a 10-minute break, and I will try and figure that out, and then we will be right back.
Sounds good.
See you all in 10 minutes.
Gives me more time to flesh out the rest of this background.
Plan.
Of
Thank you,
running
Zoe.
away.